Hello everyone, I'm Melvin Almeria, a licensed immigration consultant here in Canada and currently the immigration representative and advisor of a number of consulting agencies in the Philippines, New Zealand, and Middle East in relation to Canadian immigration. I'm here to give a bit of an introduction about Canadian immigration, its current situation, their programs, and the future plans of the government in connection with immigration programs. As we all know, 2020 was the year of the coronavirus pandemic, which continues to have a significant impact in Canada's immigration system. After welcoming the 341,000 new immigrants in 2019, Canada continued to accept high levels of new immigrants at the start of 2020. But unfortunately, COVID-19 emerged as a global crisis. At the time of this video's recording, there is no official report on 2020 so far. So go back to the year 2019, per government data, around 5.7 million visas or travel documents issued in that year, and around 400,000 temporary work permits were issued to the applicants. Also, around 74,500 transitioned from temporary resident to permanent resident. So compared to year 2019, you should have an idea about the loss incurred for the 2020 Canadian immigration target due to COVID-19 pandemic. Luckily, the express entry system, the provincial nominee programs, the students, workers, and other forms of immigration processing continued to function last year, 2020, despite of the pandemic. I know some of you are interested in coming to Canada as an international student. Well, in 2019, more than 827,000 international students get their valid study permit in Canada. This obviously way higher in comparison to 2020. Around 11,500 students who finished their programs in the postgraduate work permit were granted permanent residency. That's why we will discuss later that student visas are another avenue to get the opportunity to apply as permanent resident. You may heard as well about the temporary workers that were sponsored by Canadian employers, like caregivers, international mobility program, the pilot projects, etc. According to 2019 data, after over 63,000 individuals with a temporary work permit were granted permanent residency. Now, let's talk about permanent residency program of Canada. There are two classes of permanent resident program: economic class and family class. Of course, the example of economic class are the federal skilled worker, Canadian experience class, provincial nomination, those under the express entry program, as well as the business class, startup visa, etc. Right? And the family class refers to spousal sponsorship, parent and grandparent sponsorship, dependent sponsorship, so on and so forth. However, this economic immigration class, is the largest source of permanent resident admissions at approximately 58% of all admission in the year 2019. So it is important to stress that the crisis has not impacted Canada's resounding commitment to welcome the new immigrants, temporary workers, and international students. Looking forward for this year, the new government 2021 to 2023 Immigration Levels Plan aims to welcome over 400,000 new immigrants per year, which is the highest level in Canadian immigration history. We know that Canada's immigration system will not return to normal until pandemic is over. Fortunately, the end of pandemic is in sight due to the start of phase 1 vaccination in last December 2020. Canada aims to vaccinate the entire country by September this year, 2021. And take note, the vaccine is free for those who want to avail it here in Canada. The rationale behind in government's 3 years immigration levels plan is that a significant increase in Canada's newcomer intake is needed to support Canada's post-COVID economic recovery. It is fair to expect that the federal government, as well as the provinces and territories, will seek to normalize the immigration system to the best of their abilities in this year 2021. At the very least, we can expect and hope that 2021 will be a less turbulent year than 2020. This orientation seminar will help you to find out if you are eligible to apply for permanent resident or temporary resident in Canada. You will hear in the following session the details of permanent resident application under Express Entry programs, and we will help you to evaluate your chances to apply for federal skilled worker or provincial nomination. If your CRS points are not competitive enough for Express Entry, then another session will be held to discuss the temporary resident program. As I mentioned before, student visa is another avenue to get an opportunity to apply for permanent resident through Canadian Experience class. And by the way, before I end, I would like you to know that the countries with the highest number of successful PR applicants come from India, China, and Philippines. And I would be happy to see you guys included in the succeeding immigration data in the coming years. God bless you, and I hope to see you all here in Canada in the near future. I may now give the floor to our agents to provide detailed insights on this matter. Thank you.